Alright, so one good thing to have, at least a lot of, are wipies. So these are all the wipies that we received. And again, this is from the mix of what we received from work, what we've received from community group, and what we've gotten from other people. So those are some of the wipes. And then the other thing that we've received a lot of are diapers. Lots and lots of diapers. So the baby shower was actually a diaper dash. And we have less quantity of the number 1 diapers. So that's when they're newborn. And then we have some number 2s. And then after that we have number 3s and number 4. So from what they told us is that number 3 and number 4 are going to be the most used. And those are the ones that he will actually use most of the time anyway. Alright, and here's some of the other stuff. So we have some clothes. We also got some cute little sandals. Some little, I don't know, booties or something. Anyway, they have a cute little bear. Another little pair of sandals, or as I call them, the little huaraches. Some shoes. Some moccasins. They're really cute. We have some baby formula. Alright, so with the baby formula, one of our goals is actually to breastfeed. So we're hoping we don't have to use baby formula unless it's necessary. We can give a quick rundown of why we're thinking about breastfeeding. So we went to a class last week and they were just talking about the benefits of breastfeeding and why you should breastfeed. And when you just look at the whole argument and you weigh the pros and cons, breastfeeding is so much better for a child. So we're hoping that everything turns out okay and that he'll be able to be breastfed. Alright, so one of the other things we have is a lot of the blankets. We also have a lot of hooded towels and washcloths, and they're telling us we're going to need a lot of washcloths all the time. We also have like a wipe warmer. These for later on when he starts grabbing snacks. So one of these is like the easy no spill. They can put their hand in and no food will come out, and even if you drop it. We also have some glass bottles. Alright, so in the corner we have the chair. So the chair is actually just for breastfeeding, and so when we have to be in here late at night, and so when the baby can't go to sleep, we're hoping this is a comfortable enough bed. Even if we fall asleep, it'll be okay. But hopefully we'll just be able to sleep in our room. Our room is probably 10 feet away from here. Let's see what else. Alright, so we have some wall decorations. This box my sister-in-law gave, she handmade it, so we're gonna use it as a either diaper bag or I don't know, just a storage box. And here we have some security like bibs slash teddy bears, so we're gonna use one when he goes to grandma's. If we go out to anywhere else or somewhere that he has to routinely be at, we're gonna use the other ones that we have. And one of the reasons we want to use the security teddy bears is kids really like routine. So if you get them used to the idea they're going to receive something when you drop them off somewhere, they already know where they're going. And I mean, Janet and I are both teachers. When I say kids like routine, I mean they really like routine. And when you change their schedule or something goes different, it just throws off their whole day. Like for example, and this is just teacher experience, if we go to a field trip and the kids already ate or they went to the park before they went to the field trip to go for recess, when we come back from field trip they already are asking what time do we eat, what time do we go play, even though they already did. So we just have to give them a quick reminder, like, do you remember when we went, or do you remember when we ate? And all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah. So routine. Alright, so here's the stroller. We got it on clearance at Babies R Us. And we have the 2 vases for our 2 cars. Alright. Alright, so for the stroller, we actually just wanted something that was a little more economical, and at the same time, we wanted something that you can use throughout the year. So it actually has a newborn seat, and eventually we can exchange that out for when he becomes a toddler. So it's like an all-in-one type deal. Um, it's not big, it's not bulky. We didn't want it that way because we didn't want something so heavy, and we wanted something that can fit in her truck and in my car. Um, and something that didn't use a whole lot of space. Again, since we live in a townhouse, we don't really want something that's so big. All right, and here, I know we bought this at Ikea. I don't know what you would call it, but it has three separate drawers. And on the top, I know in our previous video, we kind of just showed that we have the organizers, and here we have the infant diapers. We don't have that too many of these since we've pretty much been told that he won't use that many. And again, the furniture that we bought was pretty inexpensive too. Again, just if it gets banked up or if it gets written on or colored on, I mean, it's not a huge expense. We won't really feel it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. So that's one of the reasons why we are choosing to go with inexpensive things. I guess the other idea is that we're both really pretty minimalist when it comes to things. We don't really like to overspend or just get everything elaborate or anything like that. But that's just how we are, or that's what we believe. All right, and this is the baby monitor that we went with. It's the Infant Optic, and okay, so it's the Infant Optic DXR5. All right, and this is the camera for the Infant Optic, and this is the monitor for the Infant Optic. Uh, Honestly, when I saw it on the video, it looks really small. But it's actually pretty decent size. And reading the reviews on Amazon, I saw that some people had already dropped theirs or had fallen, and on their Infant Optics, like DXR5, it hadn't broken. The quality of the video is actually pretty good, even in pitch dark. I can show you guys how to. I mean, you connect it and it sets up, so it's really easy. It's very user friendly. You just plug and play. Alright, so I just turn on the camera. Usually, you can tell by the green button. So after you turn it on, you simply press the power button, and it's on. And that's it. That's as far as pairing goes. So every now and then you have an issue and you get a warning sign, but whenever that happens, usually it means that the camera is off. So just go ahead and turn the camera on, or just check and make sure it's plugged in or charged, and then you can go ahead and just try to pair it back up again, and it should work just as easily as just plug it on, turn it on, and it should work. Okay, so the other benefit is that it does have a rechargeable battery, so you can just unplug it anytime and you can carry it with you. The volume is actually pretty loud, and I mean, you can kind of hear the white noise and my voice echo. And like I said, I mean, maybe the video is not the best, but the image quality is pretty decent. So the Infant Optics cost us $89. You can actually add up to 4 cameras, separate cameras, and that way you can, I mean, if you have more kids, you can check up on them too, or let's just say you have 2 toddlers and you can set one up downstairs, one upstairs, or 2 separate rooms. Like, they also it came with a little vase. So I was thinking about adding a little 2 screws in the wall, so that way I can place the camera on it and face the crib exactly where it is. I think that the baby monitor was one of the hardest decisions we had to make, just because there's so many out there, they're so expensive, and you think that you're getting the best out of $300 camera, and maybe the image quality is really that great. But when it came to it, we just wanted something that we could use for a year or two, and maybe possibly for the next baby. So we didn't really see the reason to spend $300 on a camera that we're only going to use for maybe tops, a year and a half to 2 years. I guess one of the reasons why you should go with the more expensive camera is if you're going to use it later on, use it as a security camera. So if you want to invest in a Nest or one of those other security cameras that are outdoor or indoor, I can totally see why you would do it. Alright, so some of the other stuff we have are just crib sheets And this is one of the things we were registered for at Target. So a few more sheets. And this one too. So kind of matches, the arrows kind of match. It has a cute little elephant. And we actually still have one baby shower, and that's gonna be at Janet's work. I don't know, so far we've been really thankful. I mean, we weren't expecting any of this, and I mean, Ezra's not even born and he's already been so blessed. It's been an awesome experience. I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's about 8 more weeks now, and I'm just really curious to see what he would look like. And I feel so bad because Janet is in so much pain and there's little to nothing that I can do. And I mean, I try to understand it, but I don't think I can ever really truly understand what it feels like to carry a baby, and I feel so bad. Okay, so we're gonna have a weekly update with Janet, but I'm gonna do this one by myself. Mainly because, so guys, do you remember that part in your marriage when the pastor or whoever said you will love her in sickness until death or whatever? They should add it, you would love her in sickness, pregnancy, till death. So imagine one day you wake up and you have 20 pounds on you constantly, and you were able to see your ankles and your toes, and all of a sudden you can't see your ankles. Maybe you can possibly see your toes. Anyway, she just feels pretty upset about the whole situation, and it's like a constant reminder of like, sweetheart, I still love you and I still think you're beautiful. And even though that's true, it's hard for her to believe it because, again, there's 20 pounds on her. So it's understandable as to why she's self-conscious. So one of the things that I believe and that I've read is hug her. Hug her a lot. The more hugs you give her, the more hugs your baby will receive. And who doesn't want a baby that is loved? You're 33 weeks now?
33 weeks.
33 weeks. How many pounds?
I've gained 22 pounds.
So we've been taking classes. I think we're gonna record a video on that. The classes that we've been taking. So far it's been the breastfeeding class, and then tomorrow we're taking a baby...
It's called, what's it called?
Well, it's a baby course where they're gonna show us the hospital and everything else.
Anyway, they're gonna show us the hospital, the rooms, just everything that goes on that day when the baby is ready to come. So yeah, so 7 more weeks to go about, and everything's good.
Anyway, just give us a like, let us know what you think, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You can't turn out a light shining from the inside. Can't turn out a light shining from the inside.